The other fallout, we've talked about how hard this is on Ann Romney. We talked about how hard this is on Mitt. We can only imagine how difficult it is for Tripp and Trag and Matt and Ed and Kevin and all the other Romney boys, Kai and Germo. I don't know what the names of all the Romney kids are, and I feel bad for them. No, I don't really feel bad for him, but just for the sake of argument, I feel bad for him. You know who else it's going to hurt? It's also going to hurt Paul Ryan. And here he is and this is encouraging, at the AARP in New Orleans, because there has been really a lot of questions as to whether or not the American Association of Retired People hasn't been a force for cutting Social Security and cutting Medicare, because they sell insurance. So they have some investment in less public services so that they can step in and privatize it and profitize off it. So here is Paul Ryan talking about wanting to repeal Obamacare to supposedly strengthen Medicare. I'm not sure these folks are buying it. This is in New Orleans.
First step to a stronger Medicare is to repeal Obamacare, because it represents the worst of both worlds. I had a feeling there would be mixed reaction, so let me get into it. It weakens Medicare for today's seniors and puts it at risk for the next generation. First, it funnels $716 billion out of Medicare to pay for a new entitlement we didn't even ask for. Second,
doesn't really seem like it's that mixed to me. In addition to him lying. Look, the $760 billion, and nobody's more uptight about cutting Medicare than I am. The $760 billion basically went into cost savings and was shifted into about one-fourth of it was basically cutting back on providers in Medicare Advantage, because Medicare Advantage is sort of a quasi-privatized part of Medicare. And they found that despite the fact they did this as an experiment to see if it would drive down costs, it was actually raising costs by 20%. So they basically said to the providers, you've got to meet and match Medicare expenses. So they cut that out of the program, and then they shifted some of this other money into essentially Medicaid and providing services through the Affordable Care Act, which is basically an expansion of Medicare in some respects, closing the donut hole. Medicare Part D. So he's lying, but that's not really the story here. The story here is that I like the AARP hearing its members saying, boo, don't cut Medicare. You're going to have a problem with us.